Last weekend, I visited Kandinsky temporal exhibition at the Bellas Artes Museum in Mexico City. It was an incredible visit and journey, and I enjoyed more because in the museum I encountered two friends, Marco and Armando. Exhibition that I visited is named Kandinsky Small Worlds. This exhibition shows the different explorations of Vasily Kandinsky from Impressionism to absolute abstraction. Kandinsky exhibition consists of 27 paintings, 4 watercolors, 2 drawings, and 30 prints, and it was located at the second floor of the museum. Oval was painted in 1919 by Kandinsky in oil on canvas. In the general perception of this painting, it's clearly seen that the frame is not rectilinear, because the frame is introduced on the surface of the canvas and at the same time is part of the composition. You can observe that Kandinsky manages to break with the limitations imposed by the physical properties of a canvas, so that the canvas is suppressed in favor of an undefined space that looks like an oval created by black, where all the elements of the composition are arranged. This surface suggests rotation movement due to its diagonal arrangement, where the organic shapes as well as the geometric elements are placed. The black line, which runs through the composition, indicates directional values opposite the white surface, and separates the painting into two parts, a relatively orderly and quiet, and the other more explosive and dense. Blau's segment was painted in 1921 in oil on canvas. In this painting, we can observe how geometric figures and primary colors begin to predominate, since we see more yellow, blue, and red than in other paintings of Kandinsky of the 1920s. Here we can observe like an abstract bird at the center of the canvas. The white background makes it look like steel, although the yellow makes the central figure radiate or highlight. This work represents the transition of Kandinsky from Expressionism to abstract geometry. Structure of Corners was painted by Kandinsky in 1930 in oil on cardboard. In the painting, we can observe irregular geometric figures of different sizes, as well as circles and lines. Most of the shapes are asymmetrical. The color of the background and of most of the figures is not completely solid, because in some parts it seems that the color was washed out. The most prominent figures are the red circle in the upper left corner and the thick horizontal black line in the upper right corner. Although the shapes are not ordered, this conflict of geometrical shapes cause a kind of relaxation and tranquility, because the colors that use Kandinsky have a very low tone, and the color that predominates in the painting is the blue of the background, which for Kandinsky meant desire to purity and immateriality. So as we can see, there is no movement in this painting, because the blue background makes it look light and ephemeral, as if all the figures in the painting were floating but joined by a thread, except for these figures. And this is the end of my visit. Hope you enjoy it.